what's up, I'm Arya and welcome back to my channel. So yeah, before getting to the video, I hope you guys are doing okay amidst all this corona outbreak. Just stay indoors, do not leave your homes. This is for your own safety, and be with your family or friends or loved ones wherever you are, but just stay wherever you are. Learn something new, any musical instrument, a new language, for instance like Spanish or anything which you wish to or you feel like, or just go paint your walls, but just stay indoors. So in this video I'll be reviewing Animal Farm by George Orwell. So I got a few texts from some of you all on my Instagram to review this book, and by a few of you I mean just 2 people, but yeah, I absolutely love this book and I was anyway planning to review it, so here we go. And yeah, more than a review, this video is going to be sort of a synopsis and the historical significance of the book, along with the background, the foreground, and the theme and everything. So make sure you watch the video till the end, and yeah, without any further ado, now let's get in the video. So George Orwell was basically an English writer, author, journalist, and yeah, he is most profoundly known for his 2 books, which are Animal Farm and 1984. 1984 is a dystopian novel and Animal Farm is an allegorical novella. So yeah, and these are the only 2 books I've read of the author, which are both amazing. So in this video I'll be talking about Animal Farm. So Animal Farm is basically an allegorical novella, which actually means that Orwell has used characters or events in a form and used them in a form which gives us a broader message, basically in respect to a real world issue or occurrence. So that is what an allegory is, and of course novella means a short novel and a long short story. So yeah, that is what an allegorical novella is and stands for. Now if we talk about the genre of the book, it can be placed between a satire or a realistic fiction or even fable for that instance, because Orwell has actually used animals as the main protagonists, and which end up giving us a moral lesson and towards the end. And as far as the language of the book is concerned, I would say that it is neither too tough nor too easy, but yes, Orwell has used very compact words and very less amount of words. There is no beating about the bush at all, and the book is very compact and to the point, if we say, which of course every reader loves. Nobody wants to read unnecessary long paragraphs, and that is what this book actually provides you. There is no beating about the bush and it is very compact. It is a very thin book and can be I think the cost of the book lies around 100 to 150. So yeah, so talking about the plot of the book, so there is this group of animals who live in a farm named the Maynard's Farm, which is owned by a human named Mr. Jones. So this Mr. Jones does not treat his animals very nicely, and the animals are very ill treated. So what the animals do one day is that they conspire against him, drive him off, and take over the farm, thus calling it the Animal Farm. So that is what the beginning is all about, that Mr. Jones was, since he was not very good with the animals and did not treat them very nicely, the animals drive him off, take over the farm, and call it the Animal Farm. After that, the animals are assigned different tasks and different duties, and of course there has to be one animal which looks after every other thing and makes the rules or tells about the rules, and basically sees over everything that is happening in the farm. So ultimately the pigs, since they are considered to be very intelligent ones in the farm, they take over the farm, and they become the rule makers, and they look after everything and everything that is happening and what task is assigned to which animal and which animal will do what. So basically the pig takes over the farm and in a way takes over the place of Mr. Jones. So that is what the crux of the story is all about, that now instead of a human being, an animal is ruling over the farm and he is making the rules. So they decide on not exactly ruling the farm, but just sort of a supervisor, if I can say that. Yeah, just sort of a supervisor which looks over everything that is happening around in the farm. So after that, when the story proceeds, when a few days pass, we see that even the pigs, which were considered to be the intelligent ones and unbiased ones, so even they start to twist and plot information according to their own pleasure and does not care about the other animals in the farm but themselves. So that is what Orwell has very, very beautifully described in the story. Because this theme comes across as, it comes across so subtly, and you don't even get to see, and you don't even have time to, imagine or foresee things, and it just happens that now the pigs are doing what Mr. Jones was doing once, and they're not even humans, they're just animals, but since they are in a position of power, they can twist information according to their own pleasure. So George Orwell has actually very, very beautifully described how power and corruption go side by side, and you cannot expect a person who is in a position of power to be, the same always. He definitely will one day slide towards corruption and, do stuff for their own interests and the way things should not have been done. So that is what Orwell has basically mentioned and written throughout the book. So that was somewhat the plot of the book, and I'm not going into the storyline because I want you all to go and read it again and experience it yourself, how the story develops and how exactly the pigs take over the farm and start acting weird. So yeah, that is for you to discover. But if we talk about the historical significance of the novel, it is actually a satire on the Russian Revolution. So basically, the main protagonist of the story, Napoleon, which is the pig, which in a way is the ruler of the farm, or the one who dominates and makes the rules. So actually, Napoleon directly portrays the methods of Joseph Stalin at the time of the Russian Revolution, and that is what the book is all about. Basically, it is very, very consuming to read the book because it actually will give you foresight for what exactly the social and political situation was of the people at the time of the Russian Revolution and at the time of the formation of the Soviet Union. So that is the historical significance of the book, and that the main protagonist of the book, the pig Napoleon, directly portrays Joseph Stalin of the Russian Revolution and his methods. Also, for a fun fact, this book was actually banned at the time it was published, for a few years, especially in Russia, because it is satire on the Russian Revolution. So if you do want to read books which were once banned due to some reason or the other, this one should again be on your reading list. And yeah, I hope you liked the review. Please tell me in the comment section below, have you read the book or are you planning on reading it anytime soon, and tell me how you liked it. Till then, please stay safe, stay indoors, and keep reading, keep loving.